Hello, good evening, guys. It's Jun Hu here. Today, I'm so glad to have this opportunity to share my new green initiative reports in UAE with all of you, and looking forward to hear from you guys, the feedback from you guys, and to make this report more clear and useful. So first, I would like to explain why I chose this 5 initiative out of 25. Because first, as you may know, the building sector in UAE consumers it's a large share of electricity. Some sources indicate up to 80% of this electric energy is used by building. I think that's why we can see there are a lot of construction around the UAE. And second, the cooling, the air conditioning, the load dominant energy use, especially in the summer, desert climate. It's very hot in UAE, and for instance, the cooling accounts like 60 to 70% of the big load in commercial building in the GCC region. And also the UAE government, they have a strong policy and regulatory drivers like the building energy efficiency regulation, the sustainability targets, net zero, clean energy, um, and so on. And also the high solar ingredients, abundant root life, land potential means the renewable and light energy efficiency solution can be highly cost effective. So those is the reason why I targeting the 5 focus area to help address the both supply side, solar and demand side, passive design, lining envelope of the energy and the capping. So in this project vision and mission, for me, I was trying to lower the OPEX and reduce the demand peaks, and at the same time to increase the assets resilience, improve the cash flow, support the green finance credential, and contribute to the UAE clean energy and net zero goal. So the high cooling and building load, the strong solar protection growth, urban infrastructure, the plus regulatory pressure, so on energy efficiency. So it's also very good to help us to push those 5 measures to make a strategic sense. And from the finance, from the risk management and finance perspective, those measures help lower OPEX, reduce demand peaks, at the same time to increase the asset resilience, right? So also if we review all of this from the sustainability, ESG side, those initiatives to address both supply solar and demand and contribute to UAE's energy and net zero goal. So the industry in here, I want to give you, I collect some, UAE local data. I want to give you more details and what's a specialty in here. So the first one is solar panels and PV rooftops. It means lower cost if we compare the data we collect from DEWA. Residential system 5 kW cost around AED 18,000 to 25,000 in 2025 in Dubai, but it's solar CG protection, the magazine. Residential system price per watt around AED 2.5 or 4 dirham kW for smaller system. So under the same Dubai net metering scheme for roof PV means the PV rooftops the cost is much lower, and for the passive design, the shading and the glazing and building envelope. So For this one, it means more efficient. That is starting from envelope installation and passive stress in UAE. The residential retrofit achieved up to 48.6% annual electronic savings. So it makes the energy more efficient. We save a lot. And also for the street lighting, it could be reduce the carbon emissions. A retrofit in Dubai source replaced 5,000 street lights with a smart LED. It's achieving a 67% energy saving and cost, saving more than 2 million every year and 1,935 tons CO2, carbon ahead. And in the LED lighting, it also saves the energy. So in a project by Road and Transport Authority Dubai, LED lighting retrofit 4.98 million kWh a year, saving from replacing 7,200 lights. And in the meantime, the cost saving AD more than 7.6 million over the last 2 years. The last one is ALC lighting. For example, ALC, AAC, you may know it will be reduced cooling load. The building envelope study in UAE shows the passive fabric improvement wall glazing can reduce cooling loads significantly to exactly more than, there's 5 or even 10% for ALC unknown, needs to further details. You see it, I also attached all of the data source to help us to track all of the information. So our process, I used applied research, so I chose some exist sample already. So to collect UAE specific benchmark, the cost, the savings, the traffic results, to strengthening this report's credibility, and also research methodology and data support part by offering real-world local values for modeling, like cost per W for solar saving and lighting traffic, and last to showing what has been achieved in UAE, to letting you argue this is an achievable baseline. We can aim for our target improvement. So here is some mock-up, some example, and I want to share with you. So in the solar plant and PV rooftops, MBI solar park, it's more than 3,860 MW operation. Phase 2 adds another 1,800 MW with record LCOE. And for the passive design, in cement building 46, energy reduction compared with ASHRE baseline, WFE spray float 43% overall reduction with the passive features. It's and the LED lighting building, Etihad Isco, which fed at Deva power stations. They changed the 8,500 lighting points, and also for the LED, the Etihad Isco construct replaced more than 15,000 lights to help us reduce the carbon emission. So LC lighting, you can see Abu Dhabi QCC AAC certification schedule, and Dubai Municipality AAC standard, UAE AAC SAMO performance research. All of this one they are already processing. So in the right side, I also post some like the regulation and strategy from the UAE government. As you may know, MOCCA UAE net zero in 2050. That means zero carbon, right? So and also Deva Shams Dubai PV programs Abdul Hari do you use solar guideline and even the IEA-GCC energy efficiency reports and what GBC lets their friends work. So we all can tell from the government or from what's happening right now is the government trying to encourage us to use more cleaner energy. So first, in solar panel and PV rooftops, I want to share the background in UAE. The government already announced Net Zero 2050 strategy, prioritize utility scale and distribute the solar device Muhammad bin MBR solar park is the world's largest single-site solar park by the IPP model. The, the method is the policy and the tariff review. We collect some data shameless data. We calculate the COE, MPV, IR modeling, and even the MCC benchmark and accessibility to WACC and CapEx. The data support will be from UAE, where high solar resources like 2000 kWh every year, and data quotes 3860 MW current installed capacity at MBR, with the planted 7260 MW by 2030. So a phrase like 18,000 MW to record with a local of the 1.612 billion kWh. Shams Dubai enable the LED metering for roof PV. So the case study I give to here is MBR solar park. So here take the UAE sustainability financial model. We give a different level, but in here I would like to illustrate the first one. So as you may see here, the solar PV, the baseline kWh, 1.6 million is we are expected yearly PV generation, 1 MWPH times 1600 kWp equals 1.6 million. And also here you may see the OM means annual charge in operation and maintenance cost. So it's 25,000 every year. And also here the saving I put 100% means the solar will replace all grids consumption for that loading. And also capex means it will take like 1.5 million per MW installed. Also we calculate the IRR. Here is 19%. Actually the exact number is 18.65%. So that means the internal rate of the return, the discount rate that gives the NPV. So here 19% means the comfortable about like more than 8% WACC. So means we are good, it's profitable. And also present value discount PV CO2 means present value discounted total CO2 emission right over lifetime. So we get the result is 7,493 tons CO2 carbon avoided across in 2025. So it's also have difference for the different measures. So today So we talk about the solar already. So here I want to give a brief introduction for the passive design. So you may see all the backgrounds and the government gave more building regulations, and we also have some case study in Abu Dhabi. So for this one, the recommendation is the tithing package calls for SHGC and UANUS requiring the shading devices on Western source facilities to encourage reflective coating, use digital tints, and for LED lighting. So to mitigate the LEDs remaining the public assets, pair with trues, controls and LOT sensors, establishing sanctioning standard for the end-of-life luminaires is very important. So for the case study, I will see the Deva power stations, the Jabani and all of it. So for the efficient street lighting, recommendation is deploy the smart Polaris 5G EV increasing in priority request. Adopt the PPP model to standardize the telemetry and cybersecurity requirements. In here we have ISCO signed contracts to replace like 15 more than 50,000 lights, right? So ALC learning, the recommendation will be incentive the AC and ALC in new buildings aligned with Dubai municipality AAC standard to bundle with cool roofs and high performance glass. And we have Abu Dhabi QCC ACC certification schedule as set performance criteria. So finally, I want to discuss about the SWOT analysis for those 5 initiatives. So strengths is, as you may know. So first is the economic visibility. To use the clean energy will have save the cost. And the second, the regulatory alignment. All 5 align with the UAE Net Zero 2050, the COP25 commitments, and the Dubai Green Building regulations. Use environment-friendly and clean energy is government keep encouraging, so it's very good to follow it. And the waitlist. First, we test, we calculate. That will be high upfront capex, especially for some smaller system. The non-paybacks like 6 to 9 years. And also, rooftops area structure limits exist buildings. Not all of the building right now is good to take those initiatives. And for the threat, the falling electricity tariff could be reduced the economic return, right? And second, the potential space competition in those areas. And also, most important, supply chain or components import disruption like the module inverters. So this all could be the threat. And last one is the opportunities. So expansion of distributed solar like warehouse, malls, villa to reduce the grid peaks, and also integration with the battery storage and even charging. It's also a future. So that's it. That's almost everything I want to share with all of you right now. And please to give your feedback. Looking forward to hear your feedback and advice. And again, thank you for your time and listening.